everybody, and welcome to the Community Enrichment Fitness Network's Focus on Fitness, where making healthy choices creates healthier lifestyles. I'm Reverend Jesse Brown. I am your host, and on behalf of Sherry Hill, CEFN, our director and founder, we want to thank you for tuning in once again. And once again, we are delighted to have before you Gwen Foster, who has been bringing us some great stuff on the 40-day journey. And with her today is Leonita Harrington and Timothy Smalls. Welcome all of you to Focus on Fitness.
Thank you, Pastor Brown.
Gwen, why don't you introduce them and let them tell us what experience they've had with the 40-day journey.
Okay, well, first we have ladies first. Leonita Harrington, we kind of grew up together.
All right.
Actually, we did. And Timothy Smalls, he's a new friend of mine. But with Leonita has a genetic predisposition for diabetes. As a matter of fact, it runs in your family, am I right?
That's correct.
How about who in your family?
Many members of my family have been diagnosed with diabetes, but my sister, she has it worse than any other members. She has many complications associated with diabetes, and it's always been my desire to avoid any of those complications.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Leonita actually started our 40-day journey. It was last year at the Ebenezer Seventh-day Adventist Church. And it was a family affair. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed that. She has lovely siblings. And so Leonita and the sister about whom she just spoke, and her two brothers. I think Leo was trying to determine whether or not he was diabetic. And we did discover it's kind of not like being borderline. You either are or you're not. And yes, he could see that it was coming on. So they did it together. That was a real team approach. They had buddies. Leonita actually came to a residential camp more than once that I started, way back in the dark ages, 1978. And she would have, modicum success. But when you get back home, you don't follow through. Mm-hmm. But she'd been making changes all along. But last year, she really took it seriously. So tell them what was different about last year and what you did.
Well, when I first was diagnosed with diabetes, I'm talking about my hemoglobin A1C, it was off the chart. The chart that I had been looking at goes up to 13, and my hemoglobin A1C was 14. Mm-hmm. And as a result of this program and my lifestyle changes, the last lab reports that I have done, which was last month, my hemoglobin A1C is down to 7.3.
And that's significant. A hemoglobin A1C, for those in the audience who don't know what that is, that gives you an average of what your sugars would run for 3 months. And so she was kind of off the charts. Yeah. And so she and her sister and her brothers took it seriously. They're great cooks. And she learned to prepare the foods, and now she's a gourmet chef. Her hemoglobin A1C she's still a work in progress. She's coming down in the weight loss, and
that's correct.
Do you know how many dress sizes or?
Well, I've lost 34 pounds, and I'm still looking for more to come off.
All right.
As a matter of fact, the best when your husband tells you how great you look, and her husband is kind of on the shy side. He doesn't often give compliments, but when he does, you listen. We were in a class, and he was sitting outside the classroom, and I walked out to get something, and he was talking about his wife. He said, "Boy, does she look good."
All right.
He said, "I can't believe she married me." So Leonita's done well, and her brothers and her sister are doing well also. But Timothy Smalls, he's a new friend of mine, and he heard about our 40-day journey in Delaware. I was conducting one in Wilmington, and they were charging a little money for it. And now I see why I like to make things so affordable, like it's free, that everybody can come. Couldn't come at that time. But then he came to the one at the North Philadelphia Seventh-day Adventist Church a few months ago. And Timothy, tell him what you've accomplished.
Well, and my 52nd birthday, March 23rd of 2008, 2009, I was at 352 pounds, and my blood sugar numbers were in the vicinity of between 270 and 300 on a regular basis. After going through the class, they went down. I lost 52 pounds. My numbers went down, and they continued to go down because at first, after I went through the initial 40 days, and I kind of stuffed out there. But then when I decided to get serious, and actually I do an 80-day challenge because I went through it a second time.
Right.
And now, and I also started walking. She always talks about walking being
Right.
a real component.
Getting exercise, yes.
5,000 steps equals 2,000 steps is a mile.
Yes.
So 10,000 steps, which would be 5 miles, that was the goal per
Approximately.
day. Approximately. Per day. So I started walking, and then, no plug for Nintendo, but I got a Wii, the Wii Fit program. And I started playing the tennis and the boxing and the baseball and everything, and it really, really came down. As of this morning,
All right.
prior to taping,
Can we go for a drum roll here?
I am at 281 pounds.
All right.
And my BMI, my body mass index, which I don't really understand, Ms. Quinn, if you can explain that, is 40.27. It had been, last year, it had been 45.04.
Wow.
So it works.
Significant reduction.
Yes, it does. But you have to stay with it because that time when I sloughed off,
Right.
things started to go up again.
But you know, as I look at it, one of the differences I see with Leonida and with Timothy, and it's something now that I do religiously, I don't want you to come to my class except that you're going to find a way to share. And Timothy now is, he's like Walt and all the others, he is one of my main people. I mean, we form a team,
Right.
an army, and Leonida is. As a matter of fact, when we leave the set, we're going off to prepare our Eden edibles. We actually prepare meals for people who want to purchase them, you know, for the week. So they are involved in helping us prepare our meals and getting them distributed.
And it's also, it's important to remember that we need to support this ministry because Gwen has been doing this basically from scratch.
Right.
And so by getting a network of people who are successful to support the ministry, that makes it available to other people who cannot afford it on a normal basis.
This has been wonderful stuff. But Leonida, I just want to ask this question. You said that you changed some things in your lifestyle, and you name one or two. Are there what other things did you change to meet your goals or to be where you are now?
Well, actually, I wanted a lifestyle change. And so first thing was that I wanted to become more healthy. And then I wanted to stop my medication. And so that's the one goal that I was able to cut it in half. My doctor has agreed with that.
Okay.
And now I'm just trying to get off it totally.
All
So
right.
these are the things that I'm looking forward to.
But I think the thing that she added that really was a pleasant surprise to me, she walks every morning on the track and she's very disciplined.
All right. Well, you know, that is powerful for us to know, and it's good information for us to know. But I think your testimonies today have inspired other people who want to get involved with the 40-day journey. And I want to thank you for sharing this vital information about the 40-day journey. Gwen, particularly, I want to thank you because you've been here now several
40
times.
years?
We won't say how long, but you've been sharing this information and trying to get this message out to everybody that you can live a healthy lifestyle. And you can live without some of these medications that many of us take particularly when we get older. And staying disciplined and following the 10 principles are all the things that we need to do.
And the answer for health reform.
That's
Would
right.
you let the president know we've got the answers?
Well, let me remind everybody, if you want to know more about the 40-day journey, please go to CEFN's website, www.cefn.org. You'll find out more about the 40-day journey. You'll find more about the recipes that have been mentioned in this show. And you'll find out even more about how to move your body. So let's go see Alfreda and see about moving your bodies today.